Hello, this is Onyx Tarot, and today I'm going to be doing the next 24-hour predictions for Sagittarius. So you guys are getting bonus readings this week because you guys had the most views and the most likes of all of the signs. So you guys get the bonus readings, okay? So thank you guys for supporting the channel. Let's see what we have for the next 24 hours for Sagittarius. All right, so Sag, we have the Three of Swords reverse, Four of Cups reverse, Death reverse, and bottom of the deck is the Tower. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's see what the heck we have going on here. All right, so I feel like Three of Swords is in the reverse. The Three of Swords is like, you know, dagger to the heart, symbolically, like, oh my gosh, I'm heartbroken, I feel sad. Something may have happened at the beginning of March, 3 weeks ago, could have been important. 3 months ago for some of you guys, which would kind of technically be the end of December or January, but it doesn't have to be. But you went through some type of heartbreak, and then I feel like, you know, with the Three of Swords being in the reverse, it really speaks of you working through that heartbreak, you being into, you know, a really good energy that you've worked through it. You're at the point where you're like, okay, I've healed through this, I'm ready to move forward. Now the Four of Cups is in the reverse, so I feel like there's something where, like, I don't know if there's a roadblock. Let me just see what this is. So let's clarify the Three of Swords reverse. All right, so we have the Five of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Page of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Hanged One reverse, Nine of Cups reverse, and the Two of Pentacles reverse. This is interesting. All right. So I do feel like you could have been, like, there could have been a decision or could have been something that happened that really affected your money or your finances, or you kind of felt like left out in the cold. Okay. So yeah, you could have felt like some type of opportunity was taken away from you to even like speak up or to change something, that kind of thing. Let's see. Okay, so you are showing up as a Queen or King of Swords. So somebody who's honest, transparent, forthcoming, that kind of thing. So I do feel like with whatever this situation was where you could have felt like, again, someone was taking something from you, a lot of you have started learning a lot. Like, you kind of started learning like what's right, what's wrong. You're also still very stable. Like, whatever situation was kind of meant to affect your stability. The Four of Wands could be like a contract, a marriage, a home, that kind of thing. Your stability, your day-to-day, family matters. Like, somebody really wanted to affect that and make you feel like you were out in the cold, or make you feel like you were financially in a hole, or whatever the case may be. But I feel like, you know, you stuck in there, you advocated for yourself, you learn different things. Ace of Pentacles, you're getting a lot of opportunity, or you're getting money to pay for something, or basically you're just in a great space. And I feel like you're not even worried about that situation anymore. However, what is the Nine of Cups? What is the Nine of Cups reverse? The Magician. Okay, so you may be in a space this week, next 24 hours or this week, where you may be seeing some type of situation as bad, but it actually is like pushing you to show yourself your own manifestation powers, okay? So the Magician is somebody, they have all the tools, okay? They have the pentacles, they have the wand, they're taking action. They have the affinity here, symbol over their head. They have the cups, they have a sword. They have all the tools to manifest something. And so I feel like you have, like, count your blessings because they're going to be more abundant, but try not to focus on any type of negative thing. Because you're stable, you're respected, you're seen as someone who's trustworthy, you're seen as someone who is, again, you're stable. Ace of Pentacles, you could have had an influx of money or more than enough money if this had affected your money. If this is opportunity, then you got a new opportunity. Like, what happened after this person or this situation did this to you? For some of you, 3 years ago. So like, I do feel like you're supposed to be focusing more so on like what's next versus what is in front of you, because Two of Pentacles reverse, you're basically like breaking some type of curse, or not even a curse, but breaking some type of like negative energy or negative situation. Yeah, because you could have gotten some type of bad news or annoying news or stressful news. But again, this is almost just like a ploy to keep you in the negative energy. But I do feel like utilizing your intuition, utilizing your magician energy to push things forward for yourself is going to be helpful. So try not to be over emotional tied to whatever this Page of Wands reverse is. Also just understand that something's happening in divine timing to lead you to exactly what you're doing next, where you're going next. What does that mean? Wheel of Fortune. The Sun, happiness. So like whatever's happening next, you're going to be very happy. Okay, so like, again, what is the Page of Wands? A little deeper into this Page of Wands for you guys. All right, so we have the Six of Cups reversed, Ten of Cups, and the Two of Swords. So I don't know. Like I said, I feel like things are good in your life, your day-to-day, your work, your family matters, your relationship matters. But again, you may just feel like someone's annoying you. You may be feeling like you're in a terrible situation, but this is a part of that cycle closing for you. So some type of cycle actually is closed, even if it doesn't feel like it. I feel like you have some type of win or victory or something like that. 3 weeks from now could be very important, which would be, technically, it would be the 14th of April. I feel like you're going to see how this whole situation turns out. So the Four of Cups is in the reverse here. So I do feel like there's something where you're parting ways with someone or something. You may feel like something is delayed. You may feel like some type of situation is kind of stagnant, okay, with the Death in reverse. Kind of like stagnancy, like something ended and now you're like, oh, I'm sitting with this energy. You could feel like you've worked through the disappointment, but you still don't want to work with this person or this job or this system or whatever the case may be. You may also feel like you're not getting the thing that you invested, time, energy, money, effort. But again, what you don't see is a tower. What you don't see is a shift and a change. So again, I feel like you're in a space where everything is changing for you. You guys have the Lovers and the Nine of Wands reversed. This is saying like, I don't know if, yeah, this person is almost like whatever they get, or they feel like they get a win and then it's yanked right away from them. Like it's literally yanked away from them. So I feel like a lot of you don't have too much to worry about. How is it yanked away from? Okay, Five of Swords. Because they're being seen as someone who is selfish, or there's something like that. Again, they're being seen as a backstabber. So trust your gut this weekend. Let's see. This weekend. Let's see. What is the advice for Sag tied to this? Advice for Sagittarius. Emperor, Four of Pentacles reverse, Queen of Pentacles reverse, King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I feel like okay. Now, everybody's story is different, but this is what I'm getting. I feel like you have a situation where you don't help this person out. You don't do what they're telling you to do. I feel like letting someone else answer it is going to be the best case scenario. King or Queen of Swords, okay? Any gender. Letting someone with some type of power or decision making make a decision could be the best case scenario here, because I feel like there's something where this person's trying to like scam, or they're trying to manipulate a situation, and that's going to be seen. I also feel like with the Nine of Pentacles being here, yeah, exactly. Nine of Pentacles being here, like you're almost meant to like focus on yourself and your stability, that kind of thing. Focus on your finances, focus on the things that matter to you, and put this on the back burner. But again, trust your own gut. Everybody's story is different. But yeah, I feel like whatever someone's trying to do, it ends up failing, and something is made more balanced, I feel, in April. But I do feel like whatever this is, like the Emperor here is like taking charge of something. And I also feel like, again, there's something where you're fighting something, like you're fighting something tooth and nail, you're fighting something penny by penny, that kind of thing. Because what you don't see is the moon. Like, you don't see how this actually turns out for you guys, because again, I feel like there's somebody else with more power, or there's somebody else that has more of something that will decide something. So I do feel like a delay could help, and they could also decide that something is more fair and balanced. But again, trust your own gut and trust your intuition on whatever this is. But I do feel like what you don't see is that Tower that comes in seemingly in like divine timing. But overall, however this may resonate for you guys, it could be really helpful to trust your gut. Try not to rush into doing anything. Try to give it until, like, you know, this weekend at least, maybe. But again, everyone's story is different. Trust your own gut. Trust your own intuition. Because I feel like what you don't see is something gets looked into and something is made fair. Okay, so I do hope this was helpful. Thank you guys so much for being here, hitting the like button. Thank you guys again for your support, and thank you for watching.